Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Friday. Today is January 11th, and this is your weekend edition twin flame energy check-in. Okay, there's a lot going on here, and I want to make sure I get to it. But before I do, I just have a couple of announcements. So just want to let you know that Laura and I have added some more webinars to our schedules. We did accommodate for a weekend. For those of you who couldn't make the Mondays and Wednesday sessions. So we have a webinar on Monday, February 4th. We have one on Wednesday the 6th, and then we have a longer session that incorporates all the energies of the masculine, the feminine, and oneness on February 9th. Tickets are available on her website, beagoodsoul.com. So if you want to purchase tickets, go to her website, beagoodsoul.com, click on webinars, and then it should say to be won, because that is our webinar series. I also wanted to kind of just check in with you guys. I get so many emails around if I am going to teach tarot classes and people want to learn how to read like I read in my videos. And so I'm really thinking about doing a maybe 3-part series where we cover obviously the major and minor arcanas and then how to read the cards. So I was thinking about putting that together through a webinar session, probably over the course of 2 or 3 weekends. So if you can, leave me a message on the comments here on this video and let me know what your interest level is, because if there is a lot of interest, then I will potentially look to offer that as a service, okay? But it might be just a one-time thing. So once I post it, I'll have a group session over 3 classes and teach that session. So let me know if you guys have an interest, and it would be a webinar, and I'd probably do it on a weekend as well. That way I can accommodate the majority of you. So let me know what you guys think. All right, so let's get into the reading. Oh, also, if you want to book your own personal reading, go to queenoflight1111.com. Okay, so I used 3, 6, 8 different decks today. And the masculine very much has this connection on his mind. He also has the truth on his mind, speaking the truth about himself, the truth about his feelings, the truth about how he feels about this connection. The King of Swords comes up in his overall energy, and it also comes up in his underlying energy. The Lover's card comes up in his overall energy, in his headspace, and then in their current connective energy. The 10 of Swords comes out as the underlying energy for the future, in the feminine's heart space, and in the current connection. I mean, this is very much a cycle that is ending and a new one that is beginning, because they are getting ready to shed this old skin. Okay, and I really feel like a lot of it, this old skin, is the old masculine, in that his deceit, maybe his deception, his withholding, third party, karmic, whatever it is. But it's really based on him not standing in his integrity, not standing in his power. So that is what is shedding for the masculine. Justice comes out in his overall energy as well. So he's really looking to speak in his truth, okay? For the feminine, what she is shedding is this pain, this heartbreak, but also this old self of her needing her masculine. She is stepped into her power. She is the queen. She is the empress. But I will tell you that in her own side, she only really shows up as the Queen of Cups. But the King bleeds throughout this reading. We have the King of Swords. We have the King of Swords twice, actually. We have the King of Cups twice. We have the King of Wands. Actually, we have the King of Cups 3 times, with the King of Swords 3 times, so the King of Cups twice. So this reading, I feel, is very much about the masculine. The queen that shows up a lot is the Queen of Cups in her spot, like she's really trying to get more emotionally mature. But throughout this reading, she is called out as the Queen of Wands. And she shows up as the Queen of Wands in the headspace, the connective energy, and in the future, which shows me that she stays in her power as her masculine evolves from this King of Swords energy, this King of Wands energy, into ultimately this King of Cups energy, where he becomes emotionally mature. He becomes someone who is mentally mature, someone who stands and speaks in the truth. He becomes all of the kings again in this reading. King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Cups. The only king he is not, that doesn't show up in this reading, is the King of Pentacles. That is the 3D king. And to me, that means that he is really aligning himself with his higher self in the 5D, which are these energies. He also shows up as the Emperor in her overall energy. So this is very much about this masculine's evolution. For the blockages, I did pull what the current blocks are for the connection. The underlying energy is the twin flame card. So let's go ahead and get into this reading, okay? So the bottom of the deck for the overall energy for this connection is the Strength card. So right now it is taking both of them considerable strength to continue to move forward in this connection independently of each other. I say independently because we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is their underlying energy for where they are currently, okay? So currently they are in a time of independence. They are in a time where they are becoming more confident in their own abilities, in themselves, and mostly the masculine, because the 9 of Pentacles is a dupe for him. So in the overall energy for the masculine and the feminine, they are operating in strength. So his overall energy today, so when he is just, this has nothing to do with his feminine, although it does, because she is in his overall energy, as you will see. But in his overall energy, day to day, where is he? Page of Pentacles. So this is a small offer, maybe even a childish offer, okay? But this is just all he can offer at this time, okay? She is not interested in this small offer, right? She wants her king. She wants an offer from the King of Pentacles, which is what he is not in the 3D today, okay? Because he is trying to blend the 3 and 5D. So right now, in his overall energy, it's like there's this small offer in his mind, but he knows, Justice card, this is something that he needs to balance out. He needs to balance things out. He needs to do right by himself and his connection. He needs to be able to stand in his truth. So right now, while he is in this page energy, he is looking to really have justice, to balance the scales in his own life and in his connection with his feminine, because that's the next card, the Lover's card. The Lover's card is an overall energy, and it's in his headspace. So he's very much thinking about this connection. How do I make things right? Right now, I can only offer her something as the page. I'm not the King of Pentacles just yet, because I'm trying to consider this connection, balance it out, do right by her, but do it with the truth. King of Swords. I love this. He wants to be the King of Swords. This is a man of integrity. Okay, so in his overall energy, I don't feel like he's here yet because it shows up as the block. Integrity is the block in the connection. So this is really what he's working towards, what he wants to be. He wants to be a man of integrity, someone who is authentic, someone who speaks his truth. And he knows then, and only then, 6 of Cups, can he have union with his feminine. Her overall energy today, okay? And just so you know, it's 111. So this is, you know, a major portal right now. So this is about manifestation. This is about staying in your high vibration. So where is she? Her Emperor is in her overall energy. This is the divine masculine. So just like this connection is in his overall energy, He is in her overall energy, but I'm also getting that she's being the emperor in her own life at this time. Because remember, Nine of Pentacles is their underlying energy for their current connection. And so she's trying to make her own dreams come true. She's trying to manifest her own life, her own new beginning, because right now she just doesn't see this happening. And so she's trying to be strong, like he's trying to be strong to operate in the truth, to correct things in his life so he can be a man of integrity. She's trying to stand in her truth and in her power to manifest great things for her own self. Yes, she wants her twin, Four of Wands. Yes, she wants her twins. Yes, she wants this commitment. But again, she's learned her lessons. She knows that attaching herself to union energies, attaching herself to this outcome is not the way to do it. She has learned this lesson as the queen, as the empress, as the goddess, as the divine feminine. She has learned her lessons. She wants to work as a team with her masculine, with the emperor, but she also knows that she needs to release any attachments to union. And I really feel like that's why we have the Ten of Swords bleeding throughout here, is because they've finally gotten that message that do not attach yourself to union. Do not attach yourself to that, so that cycles can end, so people can change, so people can come into their power. So she's learned that lesson, and she wants the truth. She wants the truth and only the truth. Knight of Swords. She doesn't see him as the King of Swords yet, because he's not. So she is seeking the truth. She is seeking action. She wants the truth from her masculine because she does want union, but she's not tying herself to union. And if there is union, it needs to be a brand new beginning, okay? So she's kind of, I really feel like the energy I'm getting from the feminine is like, you know what? I am all of the queens. I'm the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. All those queens came up. Interestingly enough, the Queen of Pentacles did not, just like the King of Pentacles did not. So I really feel like they're both balancing out the 3D energy with the 5D energy. So this really shows me that they are very much blending their higher selves with their 3D selves. And the 3D self did not come out. The 3D divine masculine King of Pentacles did not show up. And the 3D feminine Queen of Pentacles did not show up, because they are trying to blend the 3D and 5D energies and stay strong, stay in their power. They are independent of each other at this time, but they very much have each other and this connection in their overall energy. So where is the masculine in his overall energy? King of Swords. Again, I still don't feel like he's here yet. He's going to be, trust me, he will be. But this is what he aspires. He wants to be this King of Swords, this man of truth. What is her underlying energy? Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a card of like fantasy choices, options. So I just feel like, she knows she wants new beginnings. She knows she wants new beginnings. And she's very much going to make a choice about this connection. And the choice is that she's going to choose herself, right? She's chosen herself, her own power, her own manifestation of a new beginning. In the after tarot, what do we have? Page of Pentacles. But this is when you can finally give something of value, because he's able to hand the coin to somebody. So for me, it's very telling that it is in his overall energy, Page of Pentacles, that in the after tarot, it's hopeful that he will be able to give the coin, give this new beginning, make this offer that is going to be valuable enough to give to someone, mature enough to give to someone, okay? So that's what we have for the underlying energy for the masculine, the feminine, and their after tarot. So here we go. Here, when the masculine thinks of his feminine, what is he thinking, okay? So again, remember, he is in this period, this major period of change. He is seeking to be the King of Swords. So when he thinks about his feminine in his headspace, he wants to move forward. He wants to balance things out, the light and the dark, right? You have, two dragons pulling the chariot here. This is the shadow and the light. This is justice. He wants to balance his shadow side with his light side. He wants to balance his 3D self with his 5D self, and he wants to move this connection forward. That really correlates with this Justice card, Okay? And he knows in order to move it forward, he has to balance those things out in order for, again, to have this connection, the lovers. He knows that in order to have this connection, he needs to balance things out, and then choose who? His feminine, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands comes up in the connective energy and in the future energy. This is how he's seeing his feminine. And I always say this Queen of Wands is like, I am cool without you. Okay? She is independent. She is fierce. She is someone who stands in her power and knows what she wants. She's ambitious. She is fiery. She is a spark. And so he wants to choose the lovers twice, his feminine. Okay, but he's planning, he's deciding how he can do this. Okay, how he can move this forward. The Sun card, the Sun came out with the Two of Wands, and so it feel like he's getting illuminated. You see this child, he's coming into his innocence, into his power. He's being enlightened. The Sun is also the divine masculine. The Sun is also the divine masculine in the energies, okay, in the major arcana. Not only is the Emperor as the divine masculine, but he's very much the sun's energy, okay? So I feel like in this period of time right now, he is being enlightened. He is awake. He has been awake, okay? And he wants to balance out and ground his 5D self with his 3D self, and he's working on it so that he can rein in his queen. He can bring in his queen. He can bring in this connection. So what happens after he balances things out, chooses the connection with his feminine, plans this during this period of enlightenment? Well, Queen of Swords, he becomes the wiser. He moves forward to this Queen of Swords, who has cut him out because she deserves and seeks the truth. Well, he finds it. The Queen of Swords is the match to the King of Swords, the match to his overall energy and the match to his underlying energy. As he changes as a man, he has his queen in mind. And so then he comes forward as a match to her truth, as a match to her wisdom, okay? As a match to her decisiveness. He will stand in his truth, in his headspace, and he will speak the truth. The queen is the match to the king. So now, where is the feminine in her headspace when she thinks about her masculine? The Alchemist. This is the Magician. Remember I said, you know, she could also be the Emperor, right? Because she's learned her lessons. She's taking control of her life. She's making choices with her underlying energy of the Seven of Cups. She wants to get out of illusion, out of fantasy, but she knows she can manifest anything that she wants in her life, like this new beginning that she desires. She is feeling a little stuck in her head though, okay? So when she thinks about her masculine, she feels a little stuck, okay? Because she still views him as this Knight of Wands, someone who swoops in, and that energy doesn't work. Okay, remember this Knight of Swords in her overall energy, it's like, yes, that's action. You come in with the truth, but you don't stay with the truth. You don't bleed the truth. You're not rooted in the truth. So this Knight of Swords, as she is viewing him, he's aspiring to be the King of Swords, and he will be. But right now, in the way that she views him, he is a knight at this time. She knows he can be the Emperor. But right now, she knows he's changing. She knows he's cycling through a lot of this energy. And so right now she's manifesting her own dreams. She's a little stuck in her head, but she doesn't want this swoop through, okay? She doesn't want this Casanova energy. She doesn't want this swoop through with the truth only to do the same thing again. She wants this ambitious kind of King of Wands, not the Knight. She wants the King of Swords, not the Knight. Stay rooted in your power, stay rooted in your truth, stay rooted in your connection and your direction. So right now, you know, she doesn't view him as a page. He's viewing himself as a page, right? He's viewing himself about what he can offer as a page, but he's working towards king. So she sees him in the middle, not quite the page, but in the knight's energy. But she knows he can be her masculine, her divine counterpart, her equal match. So she's manifesting things for herself. She's a little stuck in her head, but she doesn't want the swoop through. But she does want this 10 of Cups. She wants the 10 of Cups. She wants emotional bliss. But she also knows that she can manifest that for herself, right? She is the alchemist. She is the magician. And she wants this new beginning, Ace of Pentacles. So when really getting in her headspace is when she thinks about her masculine. She wants to manifest something new, but she's also going to manifest, perhaps this new beginning, this emotional bliss in her own life. She's a little stuck because she does still see him in a little bit of the Knight of Wands energy, which is this come through and leave. But what happens after this manifestation, after this thought, after this desire for this emotional bliss, this new beginning? What happens? Well, King of Wands. The King of Wands shows up. She knows he can be the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the match to the Queen in his headspace. He will become the king. She knows it. She knows that he's going to morph from this Knight of Wands to this King of Wands. So he's going to come forward as this king, and I love that it came straight across the same line, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. I love that. I love that that's how it happened. So it tells me that she knows, because she believes, and she knows she can manifest great things, even healing for her masculine, because she is detached from union, okay? She knows that she can manifest her own greater self, her own great new beginning. And she believes in her connection, although again, she's not attached to it. She believes in her connection, and what her belief transforms him into the King of Wands, which is then the match to the Queen. All right, hope that made sense. In his heart space, when he feels for his feminine, where is his feminine? In his heart. First card out, Five of Cups. He's still sad. He's regretful. This came up in my reading on Wednesday, okay? Sad, regretful, not seeing the Two of Cups behind him that he can offer. So in his heart, he's still very sad. He's thinking about what he's done. He's thinking about, remember, in his overall energy, he's thinking about what he's done, how he needs to balance things out with her, how he needs to do right by her and this connection, and how he needs to stand in the truth. So he's very much assessing his behaviors, okay? Then we have this Devil card. The Devil is the shadow. It says the shadow, but it's the shadow of the lovers, and it's right underneath the lovers. And so he's very much kind of obsessively thinking. He's sad. He's regretful. He's feeling stuck as well, okay? He's feeling stuck about what he's done. And how do I get out of it? I feel stuck. I feel stuck in this old connection, my old self. How do I get out? So he's feeling all of those things in his heart. And Six of Swords, he wants to move into something smoother, okay? He wants to move into a better time with his feminine, okay? He wants to get out of this rough patch. Do you see the water that is rough and going into the smoother time? He wants to go into a smoother time, but he too, Eight of Swords, match to her headspace. He feels a little stuck, so he is pausing at this time, okay? He's evaluating. He is evaluating how to, move forward to his feminine. He is trying to value himself. He's also valuing this connection. So he's very much in the spirit of, I'm in my sadness, my heart is broken, I'm regretting what I've done, I'm obsessively feeling these emotions, this sadness, I want to move into something smoother, but I feel a little stuck. I feel stuck. How do I get out of this? So I'm pausing this connection and my interaction with my feminine at this time. But what happens? Eight of Cups. So in this Eight of Cups in the Outer Tarot, this is this assessment of looking at this cup, okay? In the book, I'm going to get the book out, because in the book it says that, he's kind of nervous that, his loss here is going to be someone else's gain. He has this kind of fear, with this Devil's energy and the Five of Cups energy, that if he does not move towards his feminine, him losing his feminine, she might go to somebody else. The Eight of Cups was in his energy on Wednesday, and now it's still in his heart. So this is about, don't turn your back on the relationship. That's what the book says. It says you can set things right. So he's evaluating, how do I set things right? And it also says, if you don't pick up the pieces of your life, someone else will. She is part of his life, a major part of his life. And he has this fear that if he doesn't get it together, that she will be with someone else. So where is she in her heart space when she thinks about her masculine? Well, Conflict, Five of Wands. There's conflict in this connection at this time. She's in conflict with him. They're battling. They, even if they're not talking, there's inner conflict. So she has conflict in her heart. She's in the Five of Wands. Okay, he's in the Five of Cups. Then we have the Ten of Swords. So for her, she's like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to sit in sadness. We're in conflict. I need to choose myself. I need to be the emperor of my own life. And this cycle needs to end. Ten of Swords. This, who he is and what he's done, and this 3D self of his and hers needs to end. So she's like, this conflict, all of this conflict needs to end. This relationship in the way that it was needs to end. This cycle needs to end so we can get to the new beginning. You know, Six of Cups, yes, she wants union. Six of Cups is a match to his overall energy. She does want union, but I feel like for her, this is not really about union. It's about reflection. This is about reflecting on her relationship with her masculine and how things were when things were good, because she really in her heart does feel like it is over. And then we have the Hermit card, which is telling me that, yes, another number 9. She is not with her masculine at this time. She continues her journey. She continues her soul growth. She is continuing the growth in her heart, okay? Continuing to heal and open up her heart. And here's the Page of Cups. So this Page of Cups is, yeah, while I'd like the offer of love, while I'd like for something to come in, right now, this offer is not ready. There is a fish in this cup. And it is a small offer, and it is an offer that would have been great if I wasn't awake, but I'm awake now. I'm awake, I'm on my journey, and this offer is just not what I want at this time. So what happens as we are feeling this inner conflict in our heart, as we know things are over, as we are reflecting, as we are in our spiritual journey and have a realization that this cup is not what is meant for her life at this time? What happens? Ten of Swords. Cycle completes. This Ten of Swords, once she realizes that she deserves so much better, she's releasing this energy of the connection and the union, which allows him to further end his cycle to be that King of Cups, right? That we want him to be. So it ends the cycle. Once she heals her heart, the body gets carried away. It's over. It's over. That old life is done. Okay? In the 3D, what are the 3D energies for the masculine at this time? Well, 3D energy for the masculine is he wants reciprocity. He wants his equal, but he's also trying to be the equal. And it is taking him great strength. Remember, strength is the underlying energy. It is taking him great strength to evolve and transition into this King of Swords. And so he's operating in his strength, but it does not come without stress. Nine of Swords. So again, he's alone. He's alone in his thoughts. He's alone in his bed. I don't feel like there's a third party. I just feel like he's so focused on this connection and his own evolution and transformation that he's got a lot of nines, you know? He's got, you know, the 9 of Pentacles. He's got the 9 of Swords. He's got the Devil card right now. I mean, it's just like he's in his head. He's in his thoughts. He doesn't want to lose his feminine, okay? And the 9 of Pentacles, remember, is their underlying energy in the connection. So, you know, they're getting out of their wounds because the 9 of Wands did not come up. So they're getting out of their wounds and they are healing. But in his 3D space, he wants equality. He wants his equal. He wants to be the equal with this 6 of Pentacles. But it is taking him great strength to transform into this masculine. Okay, it is taking him great strength to bring the 5D and the 3D together to be this divine partner. And it is also keeping him up. It is stressing him out. Can he do it? But in the 9 of Pentacles energy, which follows the 9 of Swords, is that, yes, it's stressing him out, but he's going to gain his confidence. What is he going to gain his confidence to do? To offer a new beginning to his feminine. Ace of Pentacles matches the Ace of Pentacles that she wants in her headspace. So what happens through this desire to be an equal, the stress that comes with the work to be an equal, the confidence that comes as you see change within yourself, and then the offer that is made? Well, he comes forward with his cup, Knight of Cups. Okay, so he comes forward with the cup, and again, right, at least it's not the page, because in her heart she's like, please don't be a page. I don't want the Page of Cups. But in the 3D, he'll come forward as the knight. But I'm happy to report that as we get into the feminine's energy, that even graduates from the knight to the king. So first card out, 3 of Wands. She is in this period of her own transition, and she knows her ships are coming in. She knows she's manifesting something, and something great is about to occur. Because she's the Queen of Cups, she's mastered her emotions, she's mastered her mental state, she has mastered herself, okay? She has been in a period of observation, Page of Swords. She's observed him, she's probably still observing him, okay, to see, has he changed? Is he changing? Is he making transformation? She's not stalking him, but you know what? Maybe it's this 5D telepathy where she's checking in. Maybe she's checking her cards to see if he's transforming. So that's what this is about, okay? And so she knows that there's some planning going on, 2 of Wands, because it's in his headspace. She knows that he is planning. She is planning, okay? What are they planning towards? His evolution, King of Cups, which is this evolution from this knight, okay, which is the match to the Queen of Cups, which is in her 3D space. So she knows that he is planning to come forward as king. What happens after this planning to come forward as king? Well, he sure as hell becomes the king. King of Cups after tarot. If this doesn't give you confirmation enough, King of Cups and the after tarot King of Cups, and these all flew out, so don't ask me that question. Do you pick the cards? No, these all fly out. They came out. It flew out. King of Cups. Then in the after tarot, King of Cups. I mean, he is going to be this man of emotional and mental maturity. He's not going to be tied to the pentacles. Remember, that's who he was in the beginning when we first started this journey. I want to be successful. I want to be successful. I want to be the man of the house. I want to be the breadwinner. And now he's like, you know what? The 3D energy is gone for him. He wants to be in his truth. He wants to be a leader. He wants to be emotionally and mentally mature. He's trying to harness all of these energies so that he can be that masculine for her. I mean, we're at a pivotal time. I keep saying it, pivotal time. All right, I'm going to do top down, but I'm not going to include the overall energy. Here we go for the masculine, wants to move forward, is sad, trying to be the equal, okay? He has this relationship, this divine connection in his space. He's trying to balance out the light and the dark within his connection, within himself. And it's taking him great strength to balance out the Lovers with the Devil card. So he knows this is the ultimate connection. But the funny thing is, in his overall energy, that top card that's underneath the Lovers, the Devil, and Strength, that is exactly what he's balancing out with Justice. He wants to bring the light and the dark together, and it's taking him strength. Remember, that was his first card out in his headspace, balancing the light and the dark. So he's very much working very, very hard, considering this connection, trying to unchain himself from the dark, blend it into the light, and then come forward as this king, as this divine masculine. But it's taking him considerable strength at this time. He sees his queen as a woman of power. He wants to move in to a better time with her, but right now he's just stressed. He's working hard. He's trying to figure out how he's going to get it done. So he's planning. He's being illuminated, okay? He's planning, but he's feeling a little stuck, but he's going to gain his confidence. He's gaining his confidence, okay? The sun's shining. The sun's shining on him. He's gaining the momentum. He's gaining the light. He's evaluating the connection to make this offer to his feminine. So then he's the wiser. He knows she's the wiser. He's evaluating. He doesn't want to lose her, okay? He knows that she is someone great, that someone else will swoop her up, and he'll be damned if he lets that happen. So he's going to come forward with a great cup to offer his feminine, okay? She is the magician, okay? There's some inner conflict at this time, but she knows her ships are coming in. She knows change is coming. 5 is number of change. She knows great change is coming. In her head, she's feeling a little stuck. It has mostly to do with the fact that she knows that this relationship, as she knows it, is over. But she, nonetheless, is still very balanced and grounded in her queen power, in her emotional and in mental energy. She wants some communication, okay? She wants him to come forward, but that's who he was. When she reflects on him, when he was loving her, he was the Knight of Wands. He was not the king, and that's what she's reflecting on. She's like, I loved him, but I don't want that energy anymore, okay? I felt that he loved me a lot then, but he just left in that Knight of Wands energy, and she doesn't want the knight anymore. So she's observing to see if he's changing that behavior. And again, either that's through cards or through tapping in or through telepathy. That's how she's observing to see if he is changing. So she does want emotional bliss, but right now her bliss is on her journey. She's on her journey. She's growing herself. She's on her spiritual journey alone, okay? And she's planning. She's planning for her future. She's planning her own bliss, okay? So then she's looking for a new beginning, but not with this Page of Cups, not with the Page of Cups, with the King of Cups, who is her ultimate match. So what happens? There's transformation. He becomes the King of Wands, who is a match to how he is viewing her today. He comes forward as a leader, passionate, with direction. The cycle ends. And then he becomes emotionally and mentally mature as well. I mean, you can't write that story. This is how they all flew out. And you just saw me do top down. I channeled top down real time. So where are we in their current connection today? Where are we? Like I said, bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles, okay? They're independent of each other. They're not communicating. They're trying to gain their own confidence, their own self-esteem. They're building their own lives. 9 of Pentacles is a match to his 3D space. That he's the one who's really very much trying to gain the confidence to and the strength to make these big changes. So where are they today? 2 of Swords, really not anywhere, okay? Things are changing for them in leaps and bounds individually, but in the connection right now, because they're not together, is at a stalemate, okay? Because this connection is undergoing a cycle change, okay? The Lovers card, Lovers came out in his overall energy, in his headspace. So this connection is at a stalemate. 2 of Swords, Lovers at this time, because we are the world completing a cycle, okay? She's standing in her power, and that is exactly why this relationship is over at this time, 10 of Swords, so we can cycle this out. So a new love, Page of Cups, can begin. But remember, this is the birth page, right? It's the birth of this offer. It's not the offer that she's going to get ultimately, because this Page of Cups in the future energies morphs. It morphs, but right now it's a page. And he knows it, because remember, Page of Pentacles was his first card out for his overall energy. He knows it's something small right now. And she's like, I can't have a cup with the fish in it. I can't drink from that cup. That's not who I even am anymore. And he knows she's worthy of more. So he's working towards that. So that's why the connection, Lovers and 2 of Swords, stuck at this time. We're going through a cycle completion. The cycle is completing. Okay, because the Queen of Wands, who's in his headspace, stood in her power. She detached him. She cut him loose because she knows that's the best way for him to evolve. So the relationship is over. The cycle will end and a new love will begin. A new birth of this new love will begin. So before we get to the future energies, I want to go to the blocks today. What's blocking the connection? Integrity. This is everything. I mean, these flew out. Integrity. What's blocking the connection? He doesn't stand in his integrity. He hasn't stood in his integrity in the past. But that is exactly what he is working on today. King of Swords in his overall energy. King of Swords in his underlying energy. He is working on his integrity. Who? King of Air. Again, King of Swords in the underlying energy, in the overall energy. He wants to match his queen, okay? And he's going to match his queen. It's a block today that he doesn't stand in his integrity, but he will. But he will. He is the block. He is the block today. All right? He's the block. The King of Air is not standing in his integrity, and then that blocks out the 10 of Earth, okay? That blocks out the 10 of Earth, which is everything materializing in the material world. So I really just feel like that Once he sheds this old kind of shady or withholding or deceptive self, which is really what he's trying to do. That's why we got strength 1, 2 times for him. Then he is going to become this King of Swords, which is the block today. He is going to manifest this energy and become this King of Swords. So the block today is the masculine, operating in integrity and being the King of Swords. That is the block today. The block is also the 10 of Earth. This is not materializing in this 3D world because he has not completely evolved into this king. All right? So what are the messages from Spirit? I will tell you what the messages from Spirit are before we get into the future energies. Let me quickly give you the bottom of the deck for the blocks. The twin flame card, masculine and feminine. This is a twin flame connection. This is absolutely a twin flame connection. And right now, this is the balancing of the masculine. Oh my God, right underneath that was union. So once we get through, oh my God, and underneath that is the King of Earth. Okay, so that means that he's going, once he balances this out, union occurs, and then he becomes that full king in the 3D. Oh my God. Okay, that was amazing. So message from Spirit, bottom of the deck, we have the child card. This is innocence, birth, new beginning. Okay, so what they're telling you, what Spirit is saying is that this evolution is going to occur. There's going to be a new beginning because the first thing here, first card out, is there's going to be peace in the connection. There's going to be a gift, and we're going to be able to move things forward. Okay, this connection is being protected at this time. And it's being protected by Spirit, by the universe, by God, by the divine, while he's undergoing this transformation. And once the transformation occurs, a message will come, and he will be the more knowledgeable. He will be the wiser, and we will give birth to something, birth to a new connection. This is the stork. Birth to the connection, birth to a family, everything coming together in the material. 10 of Earth. I swear you can't plan this. I mean, this is how it came out. I'm like starting to lose my voice. Sorry. So now, future energies. Where are we in the future energies? 10 of Swords. The cycle's going to end. In the future, this 10 of Swords came out in the current connection. It is going to confirm it in the future. 10 of Swords. So what happens? First card out. She continues to stand in her power. Queen of Wands. The Tower comes again. Realization. And then he becomes the king. King of Swords again. King of Swords once. King of Swords twice. King of Swords 3 times. King of Swords 4 times. He's going to be truthful. I mean, if this is, listen, I have full confidence. This is going to be a man of integrity come forward. Let me tell you, he is going to speak his truth. He is not going to do the same stuff that he did before. He is going to be this King of Swords after this final tower and this revelation. He comes forward with a cup because there's hope for the connection. But that Page of Cups is from the King of Cups, who is the King of Cups here in the 3D in the After Tarot, who is a match to the Queen of Cups. I'm telling you, it's happening. I know. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Everybody's sick of hearing be patient, but be patient. I see it in the cards. If he was a deceptive person, if there were karmics, if there were third parties, if there was something that he was doing that wasn't in the up and up, this man is changing. This man is changing. I'm going to do this bottom of the deck here because I just thought it was interesting how this came up. So for this connection in the block, once they balance out their twin energy, union occurs, and we bring this into the 3D with the King of Earth. Okay, for the masculine, I'm going to just do 3 and it's going to come out how it comes out. I haven't even seen it, so we'll see. For the masculine's underlying energy, he becomes the King of Swords because he's determined to move forward. And this new cup of love, this Ace of Cups, there's this renewal of love that occurs, that he offers to his feminine. All right, what happens here with the connective? Oh my God, 9 of Pentacles. They gain confidence. Queen of Pentacles. She reigns it in. Remember, the King of Pentacles here was in this connective underlying energy. They become confident. The Queen of Pentacles, now it starts to come out in the 3D. 6 of Cups, reunion. occurs. Look, guys, I'm doing this real time. All right, let's do 3 here as well. In the overall energy, strength, Knight of Wands. He wants to come forward as the Knight of Wands, but that is the conflict. 5 of Wands, Knight of Wands. That's the conflict. In this overall energy today, he cannot come forward as the Knight of Wands anymore. All right, what happens in the after? Oh my God. An offer is made. The fight ends. Union occurs. 4 of Wands. Oh my God. Okay, what happens with the feminine? Choices, remember? She makes choices. She gets out of fantasy about this connection. Lovers again. And Page of Wands. She gets communication. Oh my gosh, from who? The King of Swords. Dude, this is like real time. Okay, what happens here? Oh my God, I'm nervous. Okay, what happens? Oh my God. Cycle ends. He becomes the Emperor because he is healed. Oh my gosh, but I have to tell you. King of Wands. He finds the direction. How many dupe cards? You guys are seeing this live, okay? You're seeing this live. Let's go to the Lenormand. I got to get the 3 cards out. Oh my gosh, you're going to just trip out. Okay, so innocence, birthing of something new with the feminine, with the lady, because they've had strength to endure the connection. And that was the key to the whole relationship, was this evolution, was this change, was this ascension. Oh my gosh. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. I believe it. What a way to end the week, okay? What a way to end the week. Oh, I'm exhausted. If you want to book your own personal reading with me, please go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night, or have a good day. Good night, wherever you are. Talk to you guys on Monday. Bye.